Soft layer, we started it in 2017 in Tunis. It's part of the biennial of Dream City Biennial in the Medina of Tunis, in the old city. And so it started with a building, an old 17th century palace called Dar Bayram Turki. And we worked in this building for 2 years before we started, before the soft layer was shown to an audience. And the soft layer is a project that tries to be the restoration of that building. So during 2 years, on and off, we were working with restorers and historians and people from the neighborhood of the building to rethink what can be another way of thinking of restoration if it's not just the cleaning of the building. And then it became some sort of performative restoration. So the invitation of Syndicat and the project here in Palermo was actually perfect, because we were wondering how can we bring this building from Tunis, where we worked so long, to another place, and then somehow the link with Palermo was the perfect context to try it. And so what we did in Palermo is we made a sketch of the original building in Tunis, and we brought the text, which is a text that we wrote in Tunis about the building. And both the building and the text will be somewhat recreated here, but we didn't bring anything physically from Tunis. We recreated with material and actors and energy from here. So the soft layer means if you look at the history of a building, and you look at it long enough, you see that it's layers and layers of time, and in a way you can scratch them off and go back to the 17th century. But also time kind of accumulates, and a building is like a lasagna in a way of different layers of time. And so we thought of our project as a soft layer that we add to this building, an invisible layer, if you like, a layer that maybe will not be remembered by time, but a layer that is also part of the history of that building. So more than thinking of restoration as going back in time and bringing it back to the original state, with the soft layer we try to think of restoration as a permanent action, and as a ritual that needs to be kept on, that needs to be ongoing, that turns a building into a construction site instead of an archaeological site. With the project more and more, and with the archaeologists and the craftsmen that we worked with, we started realizing that we are questioning the idea of restoration. That it's not a moment in time where, like you say, that it's not a moment in time where you stop time and go back, but that it's an ongoing work that needs to be reenacted. And in that sense, the work we do in Palermo is part of the same work. It's also reenacting a building and making a building appear with performative means, with a few sketches, scaffolding wood, with tuffo stones, and with a text that is written on the building, and that will be now spoken here, and hopefully will make the building appear for a short moment.